Okay, so I'm going to be doing a review on my PRK eye surgery. I had that done about a week ago. Before I had the surgery done, I had a bunch of questions like, is it going to hurt? The procedure itself, it did not hurt. I was not nervous until I actually got in the room and was laying on the table and he started, putting stuff in my eyes. I freaked out. I started to freak out, like, what the hell am I doing here? And then once he started actually doing the procedure, and I watched plenty of, PRK procedures on YouTube prior to the surgery, so I know exactly what he started to do to my eyes. Once he started to do the actual procedure, I started to freak out, like, okay, you can't turn back now, it's too late. So, yeah, but it didn't hurt. I'm glad it did not hurt. Let me think. They did give me an anti-anxiety before they actually did the procedure. However, I still began to freak out. Another one of my questions before I had the procedure done and scheduled was, how many eye drops am I going to be taking, and how long will I have to take these drops? So I've heard all types of stories about, oh, you need to use preservative-free eye drops if you have PRK. That's not true. I was told by my doctor, my eye doctor, that you do not have to use preservative-free eye drops. They only recommend that if you're using the eye drops a lot, quite frequently. However, before the surgery, I wanted to be really safe, and I bought a bunch of these preservative-free eye drops. They are not cheap for eye drops. They're like 15, 16 bucks. I bought a bunch of them, and I actually ended up not even using them. I didn't like them. When I used the preservative-free eye drops, they actually made my eyes feel like they were dried out, and it burned and stung. For me, what worked was the regular eye drops they gave me, which is just a Refresh Optive Advanced eye drop, and I don't really have to use these too much, and yeah, this worked best for me. I don't even use these because I noticed when I did, it hurt. So let's see. I probably really only use these maybe once or twice a day if my eyes are feeling dry, and it's been like that since the surgery. And they actually recommend that you don't start using your lubricating eye drops until the day after the procedure, and I haven't really needed them too much. So the additional drops they give you for the actual eye surgery, they gave me this little chart of when I'm supposed to start and stop taking the eye drops. So they give you 3 sets of drops that you're supposed to take after and before actually the procedure. So, and before the procedure, your doctor or nurse goes ahead and puts all those drops in before. So I had to get 3 prescriptions filled before my procedure, and pretty much all the drops, you take them 4 times a day. They gave me Zymaxid. I don't have it anymore because I discontinued that. I was supposed to, and I did, take that for 4 times a day for 7 days after the procedure, and I actually ran out by day 4, but my doctor said that was okay. I just was using it heavily because I knew it was an antibiotic, and that didn't hurt me at all. Then the Ketorolac, which is just a pain reliever, you use that 4 times a day, for 4 days after the surgery. I still have some of this left, and of course I'm done with this because it's a little over a week after my procedure. And then prednisolone, which is, this is a anti-inflammatory steroid eye drop, and I use this 4 times a day, and I'm supposed to use that for 28 days after the procedure. So I'm into like day 10 after my procedure. And I'm still using my little chart, and you're supposed to take it breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or just pretty much 4 times a day, squeeze it in. Let's see what else I could fill you in. So for my procedure and all of my drops and stuff, I went ahead and bought one of these little cosmetic traveling cases. And you can buy it at like any little store for $5, like Target, Walmart, wherever you prefer to get it, CVS, Walgreens. It's pretty much going to be $5 anywhere you go. Oh, also, because I was worried about eye dryness, I bought like this ointment stuff, and that was like $16 as well. And I didn't even use it, and I don't need it, and I don't plan on using it, so whatever. But I bought that. Let's see. So after the surgery, they give you these little eye things to wear for bed, and you're not supposed to take it off for 1 day after for the surgery day or whatnot. You keep them on, and then you're supposed to wear them every night for like I think 3 days after the procedure. I did not like these, and I only wore them the first night, and after that I pretty much tried to wear sunglasses to bed. The little sunglasses they gave me, which I don't know where they are right now. They're probably in my car or in my purse. But wearing the sunglasses that wasn't comfortable pretty much. So I ended up just sleeping on my arm. I naturally sleep on my arm anyway. So as long as you're not, a person that rubs their face around in bed, you should pretty much be fine. Try not to rub your eyes. That's the whole point of these little guard things. You don't injure your eyes during your sleep. Let's see if I can answer any other questions I had before I got the surgery. Oh, I was worried about recovery time because I am still a full-time college student. And I was worried about, being able to read after the procedure. I read all types of things about, you might need readers. You can't really see the computer screen. And every time I asked my doctor or any clinician at my at the laser eye center, they all told me, after 3 days you'll be fine. And I was like, BS, whatever. They're lying to me. And I pretty much tried to make sure I was prepared just in case I had to miss classes or anything like that. I spoke with all my teachers. I made sure I was able to, take a week off. Actually did the procedure during spring break, and I was prepared to take an additional week off of classes if I needed. However, fortunate enough for me, I really kind of want to say unfortunately, but no, it's very fortunate. I was pretty much good after 3 or 4 days. The burning went away. My vision was not cloudy anymore. I do admit the second and third day it was kind of hard to see and read the computer screen because just the bright white, it hurt my eyes, but now, I'm fine, and I was pretty much able to go to school, go back to classes that next week because I had the surgery on Tuesday once again, went back to classes on Monday, was able to do everything just fine. I am taking like a pottery ceramics class, and I was really concerned about all the dust in that environment, and I bought goggles, but I've been fine. I don't even really need the goggles. Those actually just fogged up and annoyed me, so I ended up taking those off. I started wearing eye makeup the day that I got my, the following day that I got my bandage contacts taken out. They say that you can start wearing makeup a week after the surgery, and I'm just really used to wearing my eye makeup, so I started that. I will admit that wearing the eye makeup, it, when I put in the medicine and stuff, it does kind of affect my vision. I feel like it might make it a little bit hazy, and then it clears up some, but whatever. I probably shouldn't really be wearing the makeup. Let's see. Other questions about PRK. Why I chose PRK. I chose PRK because I did not want flap complications. I was a good candidate for LASIK, eye surgery, but I didn't want flap complications. I did a lot of research. LASIK sounds great, but I just decided to do PRK for my own personal reason, being that I did not want to deal with flap complications. You could look up the difference between LASIK and PRK. And pretty much, if you do have to go back to get an enhancement, if I were to have had LASIK, and with anyone who has LASIK, they can't give you LASIK again. They're going to give you PRK because they've already made a flap in your cornea. So now your cornea is too thin to make another flap. So what they end up doing is they end up doing a PRK over that LASIK eye. So that's one thing. Not that I plan on having an enhancement. Perks about the center that I went to. So I went to TLC Laser Eye Center surgery, and a perk there is pretty much they have a program they could put you in where you can get enhancements for free, and you have like pretty much a lifetime guarantee with them to take care of any vision complications you have with the surgery if you're not satisfied. Let's talk about follow-up appointments after PRK, because I do have, and I've had quite a few. If I could find that paperwork. Just a moment. Okay, so after the surgery, I had my surgery on the 25th of March, and then I had a follow-up on the 26th of March, and then another follow-up on the 27th of March, and then another follow-up on the 31st of March. So for PRK, they recommend a 1-day follow-up, then the second day follow-up, and then I think it's like a 4-day follow-up. So 1, 2, and 4 to see your doctor after the procedure. And I'm scheduled for a 1-month follow-up as well, so that's happening on the 21st of April, and I'll be sure to let you guys know how that goes. My vision, they give you a whole bunch of information about how your vision's pretty much gonna fluctuate, the first month after surgery, and then pretty much by 3 months your vision should be equal to or better than those who have had LASIK eye surgery. It'll be comparable pretty much by the 3rd month. And then by the 6th month, if you're not satisfied with your vision, then pretty much I could get a enhancement. So that's all good. Let's see what else I could give you guys information about. Pretty much just the basics, which this will get pretty boring if I go over all this. But they recommend you keep out contacts for about 2 weeks to a month, depending on what type of contacts you use before the surgery. Let's see, they give you a whole list of PRK post-op and pre-op instructions. I don't really think that's relevant to you guys. You'll be able to read all that if you have your surgery. But pretty much, yes, I'm happy that I had the surgery. I'm satisfied with it. I do hope my right eye catches up. I don't know about that. We'll just see. But overall, I'm happy. I can see it beats, having my bad vision with that horrible astigmatism. It was pretty much really depressing to, walk outside without my glasses or contacts, and everything was just blurry and hazy. So right away, from the very moment, I opened my eyes, well, pretty much after the procedure, I've been able to see astigmatism free, so I'm happy with that. And let me know if you guys have any questions. I know this has been pretty much a big rambling vlog, but yes, I went to TLC Laser Eye Center surgery, and I'm satisfied.